memorial idea has prevailed among all kinds of people from the earliest times. The Old Testament of our Bible contains the record of many memorials. The greatest of these was the day set apart to commemorate the safety of the people of Israel from the destroying angel and their deliverance from bondage to the oppressor. Year by year, generation by generation, this occasion was ordered, set apart as a time of joyous gratitude to God. Moses wrote in Exodus chapter 12, verse 14, "This day shall be unto you for a memorial." We too have a memorial day. We as a people are also summoned to remember. Ours is not primarily a religious institution, yet it has for us a profound spiritual significance. While we separate the functions of church and state, we do not separate religion from the total life of the nation. As the people, we have reason to be profoundly grateful to the Father of nations because we have been delivered from fear and oppression and been given opportunity for the freest life any citizens on this earth have ever known. No man has ever been independent. Every man and woman have leaned upon the past. Every liberty we enjoy has been bought at the cost of martyrs' blood. Every achievement of the race has been made at the cost of incredible toil. There is not a privilege nor an opportunity that modern society grants to us that is not the product of other men's labors. In John's Gospel, chapter 4, verse 38, we read, "Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors." We drink every day from wells we have not dug. We warm by fires we have not kindled. We live by liberty we have not won. We are protected by institutions we have not set up. Our churches are built upon the rocks that have been put in place by martyrs of the ages past who were faithful to preach and teach the saving gospel of Jesus Christ, that he suffered and died upon the cross and shed his precious blood to redeem and save us all from sin and hell. Our governments rest upon the foundations cemented in place by the blood of soldiers who tracked their way barefoot through icy battlefields or over burning sands. We would remember also the sailors and Marines and Air Force and Navy in this frame of reference. Our courts are reared upon the bodies of those who died for freedom. We will never be able to repay those who made all this possible. We will ever and always be in their debt. In conclusion, let me share this. Yes, it's a perfectly natural mistake to look upon Memorial Day as something final, marking the end of a task. In a measure, we might say this is true. Task has ended for the toilers of former times, and Memorial Day invites us, yes, it demands of us to think of those toilers with becoming pride and deep gratitude. But just because they have finished their shift, it does not follow that the task is finished. Memorial Day speaks in a serious and sterner mood, the task is yet, my friends, with us. I repeat John's word in his gospel. Other men labored, and ye, that's you and I, are entered into their labors. Lest we forget, God grant we will never forget, all those we honor and remember today, made the supreme sacrifice of laying down their lives, that we may enjoy life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and the precious freedoms so dearly paid for. Lest we forget, God who gave us life also gave us liberty. May we always treasure it, protect it, and defend it.
Thank you for the inspiring words, Reverend President. We will now have the presentation of a wreath and remarks by Robert Brady.
Reverend clergy, mothers and fathers, brothers, friends, members of Holy Name, friends and relatives of our dead heroes. I will eliminate much of the things I'm going to say because Reverend Probst has expressed them so much more eloquently than I could ever be able to do. I did want to say this paragraph that I like so well. President Kennedy said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but rather, what can I do for my country?" What did these boys do for their country? They gave up their lives, their hope of a family, a career, and a wonderful life like you and I had. They gave it all. What do we do for our country? We won't even put out the flag on Memorial Day. We won't even spend an hour. God bless all of you who are here today to honor these boys. Most of us will not spend an hour a year to honor them. We don't lose. We keep up with this complacency. There's going to be many of our brothers, grandchildren. I have 5 grandsons. I'm going to have to die again to preserve these freedoms. Memorial Day parades around the country have been slowly disappearing or getting weaker and weaker. But here in Mahoningtown, never going to be forgotten. Because we have people like Ralph D'Amelio, who committed his whole life to this. Helpers like Sam Delicio, Doyle Love was here today, not from Mahoningtown, helps us every year. Ralph was the driving force between his annual parade. And no matter where they ever stop having parades, we're going to have it here with only 5 of us marching up and down that cemetery. Today we are also placing a wreath on this memorial for another of our heroes, Tony Parada, who left us a few short months ago. Tony Parada was the main force behind building this memorial. Most of the planning, the actual work, was initiated by him. Tony, with his busy schedule, took the time and effort in his own way to honor our dead heroes, not knowing that such a short time later, who would be honoring him as one of our heroes. do not necessarily have to be a veteran killed in action to be a hero. Tony Parada was active in our community, active in the church, choir member, band member, involved in every worthwhile project in our town. Good husband, a good father, a good friend. The kind of a man that makes things happen in a community, doesn't wait for things to happen. Yes, Tony Parada was truly a hero. This is all the boys we're honoring today. The Holy Name Society, St. Lucy's Church, and the whole community is proud to honor Tony today for his contribution to all of us. And ladies and gentlemen, in closing, let me beseech you never to forget these great heroes of ours. Not today, not tomorrow, not forever. They gave their lives so you and I could live our lives in peace and happiness. Thank you for coming, and may God bless all and every one of you. Ralph, would you please put the wreath now on the memorial? Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. We will now have presentation of the flowers. Mary?
If there's anybody here, a relative of any of the deceased on the memorial, would like to place some flowers down, see the fellows over here at the Holy Name. Glenn Baxter. John Bertell. Attilia Castrucci. Willis Cheek. Frank Shimura. John Diana. Carl Deegan. Clarence Herkler. John Kretz. James Mariano. Michael Mangino. John Martin. Angelo Palumbo. Philip Pelosi. Stephen Prokopi.
He was standing by you, I think. Yeah.
Clyde Rainey.
Stuck in my body.
Howard Finkel. Levi Strayer. Bernard Succi. William Wilson.
You have bacon in there, pancakes.
Food's all time.
Yeah, should have stopped there.
And Peter Zorilla. And we have the red carnation in the center for the unknown. This last carnation is placed in memory of the 37 boys that were lost last week. Marie Constance, Louis
I
Matt,
thought they missed her.
Augustine Rousseau,
Oh.
Charles Black,
We will now have the flying squad. You have a program out there with everybody here to join.
duty. The man that built the monument over there. There he is over there. This is the man that done all the construction, the labor work, everything on the monument. Right? Standing there and just notice that. Do you have anything to say, Romeo? I know it's sad that we lost Tony that worked hand to hand with us. I want to thank you again. The people of Mahoningtown want to thank you. It's beautiful, the corner. It just seems like every day it's beautiful down here. Do you have anything to say, Romeo? Thank you for doing it for us. That's all I have. At this time, I don't know how this comes out. Reverend Prost will give us a benediction. Thank you one and all for coming.
God, our Heavenly Father, on this day of remembrance, look upon the unrest of the world. We please complete the work of thy healing hand. Send peace upon the earth, a deeper and more lasting peace than the world has ever known. Draw all men unto thyself.
I'll get him up there. Good. How you doing, Tycho? Good to see you. And good to see you, Tycho.
What are you doing?
Videotaping out there a little bit.
Oh, you look like you're bigger. Jeez. You still living over here?
Oh yeah. I have your daughter in school, Teresa.
Oh.
From
You got
Protect.
your hands full.
She's all right.
Yeah.
She's all right.
He's a pain boy. Oh, God.
Yeah. But
Of course,
she comes along.
you know what? In today's world,
Yeah.
these teenagers today, boy, they're rough.
Yeah. Good seeing you, Tycho.
Okay.
How you doing, Jetta?
All right. How about you, Joe?
Not too bad.
You get enough pictures?
Oh yeah, we got you on there. All right, Jetta. How about this garden? How's it coming?
Oh, that's beautiful.